Hey guys, I'm back once again today with another update on the Losi xxx-scb 70 mph club project, and I'm just going to share with you guys a few of the mods I've done so far. I have to say it's been fun trying to figure out how to do these, and I think they've gone pretty well for my first time, and might as well get started. One of the first thing I did that I'm going to go over is limiting the shocks. I did install the xxx front shocks on here. They'll have to do for now, and I think they'll work fine. As you can see, it's pretty low now, and it goes to the ground from there. That's all they got. I ended up limiting them with some wire insulator like this. I ended up cutting some wire, the insulator off, and it fit right around the shaft. I didn't want to go and buy nitro fuel tubing for that, so hopefully this will hold up. Did that front and rear to just get rid of most of the travel in the shocks. Same with the rear. That's all it's got. Also went ahead and moved the shocks into the farther out position on front and rear. I think I have one more hole. These are in the middle on the rear and middle on the top. I may have to go one more out, I'm not sure. Also, I moved the thread collars all the way to the top to get rid of all the preload. Help lower it a little more. Theme of this truck is going to be yellow, so as you can see I got the yellow rings around the wheels, yellow shock springs, and the yellow zip ties. This is just to hold this bumper because it pivots right up here and can move up and down. So I figured I had some yellow zip ties, might as well get that to stay still. Also on the body I actually put some zip ties to hold it down. This is kind of a cool thing I figured out, is that after I was watching the xxx funny car review probably a couple weeks ago, and I saw how the body flipped up, and I copied that for this build. I forgot to buy the body mounting set. I didn't know there was a separate one for the rear, so I didn't want to have to go and buy that. So I just did that. It seems to work pretty well. It gives me full access to the chassis. Where I can show you the next thing I did, I put Velcro straps in for the battery. I need to put some foam up front to keep the front to rear motion down, but it doesn't move up and down at all, so that's good. I know I'm gonna have to go bigger for 3S, but these do. It came in a pack of 50, so you can hook these together. They work really well. I tried it yesterday. I just didn't like how it looked hanging all around with the 2S in it, so I took them off for now. Now I can show you my terrible dremeling job. Just get that down. I hooked it through into the chassis. This is my first time using this Dremel for something like this, and I used the wrong bit. It's more like a drill bit, so it really pulled to the side really bad, but it got the job done, even though it's really ugly. I just didn't want to use a wheel because it melts it, but I probably should have, and then just filed it out to keep it clean, but it'll work for now. Dang it. Okay, so also guys, one of the best tools you can have when doing an older RC I found is this big fat felt tip marker. It's permanent. It's called a BAM marker, but like I used it right there. It was all scratched up. It was a gray color. I took the Sharpie to it, and it is black now. Same with the underside of the chassis. It was all scratched and didn't look so, had quite a few discolorations in it. You can kind of see, maybe if the camera will pick it up, you can kind of see some of the brush lines from it. But it doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bit cleaner than it did before. But only few things I can really do besides electronics with this left is I'm going to be going with the 74 tooth spur. That's the smallest one they make to work with the spur gear, so I may be having to switch to maybe a xxx or an associated spur gear, or not spur gear, a slipper clutch assembly. I'm not sure if it'll work or not. I may go to the 48 pitch gears of the Traxxas slash 4x4, I believe it is. And the body should be getting here anytime. It could come between today and next Monday. But I'll be definitely showing you that once it comes. Bumper should be here sometime next week probably. But one thing I did run into is I'm gonna have to use short course truck wheels because I ran into an issue with this front axle rod. The rear ones, the hexes went on fine, the conversions, I just need the grub screws for all four. Anyone can tell me where to get some grub screws. I haven't been able to find any that are the correct size. But so they fit on the rear fine, but the front, I'll show you what the issue is. Okay, so now that I have the wheels removed, I can show you the issue. On the rear, they go on fine because, as you can see, it has a hole for the right there, and there's a hole in the axle, so you can just slide it on, and then this pin goes through the hole and gets held in with a grub screw, which holds this in place. Which these have no issue. But on the front, they're the old style wheels that use bearings inside the wheels, and they're just kind of sandwiched on there. So there's no hole for it to for a pin to go through to hold these on properly. Proline makes a kit, but it's about 30 bucks, and I just don't have the money to pay for that right now. So guys, if you can recommend any good short course wheels for speedruns, these are not going to be very good. Neither are the rears because they're really bald. These spin constantly. I've tried it. Even on my 4x4 truck, they just pretty much spin the entire time. But guys, if you can recommend a good short course wheel that won't balloon too much, that's the only thing I'm worried. I know the road rages balloon really bad. Maybe I should go with stadium truck wheels. I know Jayco foams. I'm not sure if those are 17mm or 12mm hex, but I know those work well. But guys, you can recommend any good short course on-road wheel. And if I have to, if there's not really any good ones, I'm probably just gonna have to save up the money, and I'll put this project back a little bit, but should be okay for now. It's not on the top of my list. This build is just been kind of doing the free mods that I can do very quickly. But guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.